What to do, YouTube? MJM for Life here, back again, bringing you day 5 of my Pokemon Grab Bag Challenge. I know it's Sunday, and I missed 2 days of uploads. I was supposed to be doing daily uploads, but I was just so busy on Friday and Saturday that I was not able to do that. So I'm just going to push everything back a couple of days, upload a couple of videos tonight, and then upload the rest on Monday. So I'm going to go through this team preview pretty quickly because the video I have showcasing this team is pretty long. So the first grab bag Pokemon is going to be Victini. That's going to be Jolly, max HP, max speed, Choice Scarf with Taunt, U-Turn, V-Create, Final Gambit. Final Gambit is a fighting move that does damage equal to your remaining HP, so this is basically a lead Pokemon. You Final Gambit and pretty much kill everything that's not Snorlax or a Ghost type. V-Create obviously for Stab, and U-Turn for mainly for Chandelure. So Dusclops is going to be the sub Spite set that I used in one of my grab bag videos. Bold Nature Eviolite with 148 HP EVs, 172 defense EVs, 92 special defense EVs, and then 96 speed EVs, so you can outspeed certain walls and stop them from statusing you. So the moves are going to be Spite, which lowers their PP by 4 of the move they used last, that they last used. Protect, obviously, to pressure stall, Pain Split to get any health back, and then Substitute to block status moves. We also have a Clefable on this team to wish support Dusclops as well as Heal Bell support. Quagsire just because it's a beast in UU. Empoleon for Stealth Rock, so standard Empoleon. And then the last set's going to be a Zapdos set, Timid Life Orb Zapdos. With max special attack, max speed. It's this is going to be a Metal Sound Zapdos. It's with a U-Turn, Metal Sound, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice. Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice are obvious moves. Metal Sound basically lowers the opponent's special defense by two stages, and it's really good at obviously breaking down walls. And also, I've noticed that it's really good at kind of being an offensive sort of shuffler because this Pokemon forces a lot of switches when you use Metal Sound. So this can also work really well on a Toxic Spiking or Entry Hazard team, a defensive team with Entry Hazards as an offensive option because it forces a lot of switches when you Metal Sound the opposing opponent's walls. And then U-Turn is just there to keep the offensive momentum as well as to counter certain ground types that Hidden Power Ice just won't hit as hard, or certain bulky walls that you don't really want to take on one-on-ones like Snorlax or Swampert, for example, is another example. But you can also run Hidden Power Grass, Thunderbolt, and Heat Wave. That'll also work really well with this set, but I like to have U-Turn. So anyway, this is the team that we're going to be using. Sorry that this is kind of a quick overview. Didn't really get time to go deep into them, but you're gonna see them in the video, so it's all good. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, guys, so this battle that I had was a 119 turn long battle, and instead of putting you guys through the suffering of the stall like this player had to go through, I'm just going to skip through the portions that show off the moves, the grab bag Pokemon. So let's get right into it. So we're going to skip straight away to turn 4, 3, 4. So now I switched out from Empoleon into Dusclops onto his, what's that shit called? Snorlax, predicting the Body Slam. So now I'm going to sub here, and he's going to go for the Crunch. Crunch does not break my sub, so that tells me automatically that it's going to be that's more of a bulky, probably max HP, max special defense. Snorlax, maybe Curse, maybe Rest Talk, who knows, but it's fine because now I can stall him out of crunches. So if you're counting right now, he just used technically 6 crunches. That makes 8 crunches after the first crunch, or actually 10 crunches. So he's already down. I think you get what? You either get 16 or 24. I don't remember how many crunches you get, but either way, if it's 16, he definitely doesn't have many left. If it's 24, he's still got a couple to go. So now I sub here, predicting the switch, but he goes to his Dusclops, and that's fine. I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go to turn 20. Yeah, skip all this. This is just stall. And here we go. So now it's back to Dusclops against Snorlax. I switch in the Dusclops on the predicted Body Slam, and he does go for that Body Slam. And Now I'm going to, again, go for the free sub as he's going to try and crunch me. And so that's 12 crunches that he's used up. So if he's got 24, he's halfway there. And if he's got 16, he's only got 2 left. So now he's going to start cursing. And this is another thing that's good about the set, because I know for sure you only get 16 curses. So normally you couldn't pressure stall non-attacking moves, but now you can stall out non-attacking moves. So he just used 5 right there. So that's technically 5. This is 6 after this last curse, and this is going to be 10, and then he's going to curse again, and that's going to be 11. So he only has 5 more curses. So what do I do here? I go for the spite again, and that means that he only has 1 more curse left to use. And as you guys know, I do have the Quagsire on this team, so I really don't mind that he's cursing all the way up, because Unaware Quagsire can take Snorlax any day. So I'm just basically here, I don't know, going for moves. First I was scouting for Sleep Talk, and then I just realized that I saw all 4 of his moves, so that he doesn't have Sleep Talk. And then I went for Spite because I thought I could Spite his Rests away, but since I didn't go for it on the turn right after he used Rest, it didn't work. So now he just used his last curse, and I'm just going to Spite, and it fails, so that tells me for sure that he has no more curses, because as I said, you can't stop them from using their last move if you're slower. But I am faster, so that just tells me for sure that he doesn't have any more curses, so he's crunching now, so that's 4 more crunches that he's just used, and now I'm going to go to Quagsire and take that crunch, and as you can see, it does nothing because I'm unaware. So now we're going to skip ahead again to turn 38, and this is where the Zapdos gets some showcase. So now you guys are going to see what I was talking about how this Pokemon forces switches, and it can also be kind of more like an offensive phaser. So I switch it in onto a Shaman as it goes for the aromatherapy. Now I'm going to go for the Metal Sound. I know he's going to go to Snorlax, predicting the Heat Wave or Hidden Power Ice, more than likely the Heat Wave. And now I'm going to go for the Metal Sound. I'm going to go for it again, because I know with -4 special defense, Thunderbolt has a chance to kill it from 87% health. So now I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, I believe. It really doesn't matter if he switches out. And I was thinking that he may just stay in, but he did not. But now he's going to now I'm going to just Metal Sound this Shaman, as I believe he goes for Rest. Yeah, that's fine. But again, watch how many times he switches on this Zapdos. So now I'm going to go for the Metal Sound again on this on the Shaman, knowing that at -4 special defense, I can OHKO it with Life Orbed. Hidden Power Ice. So now I'm going to go into Clefable as he double switches into Shaman, and I actually predicted that double switch, and I wanted to get a wish up so that I could get my Zapdos back to full health, because I'm thinking that this Shaman doesn't really have anything to hit my Zapdos, most likely Seed Flare and Earth Power, since I saw Rest and Aromatherapy. So basically here what I'm going to do is just Wish Pass, and here is where I pass the wish to Zapdos as he double switched out into his Dusclops, and that's a bad matchup for him, and I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt, not bullshit around. He stayed in, maybe just sacking his Dusclops or expecting me to go for the Metal Sound, since I've gone for it almost every time. And now he's going to go back into Shaman, and I'm going to Metal Sound that Shaman, and right here he goes for the Seed Flare on my Zapdos, kind of confirming my suspicions that he doesn't have anything to hit my Zapdos. And again, keep in mind, look at how many times he's switching onto this Zapdos. Now he switches in his Gligar. Really don't know why he did that, as I'm going to go for the secondary Metal Sound again, just to ensure the kill. He switches again out into his Frostlass. That's a good switch to get Death Fodder and to kind of scout my Hidden Power. I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. And now he knows more than likely that it's Ice, since I went for it on a Gligar. So again, he keeps switching around. So this is what I mean. Metal Sound Zapdos forces switches. And here we go. So now I'm going to switch out into my Dusclops again on another predicted Body Slam. And now it's just going to be, rinse and repeat with this Dusclops. And as you can see, this Dusclops is dominating his team. And this Dusclops does really, really well against stall teams, as I said, because most of those Pokemon do not pack moves powerful enough to take out Dusclops to sub with one hit. So now he's going to go into his Blastoise as I go for the Pain Split. Really would love to get the Pain Split off on the Snorlax so I can get up to full, but it's fine. So I'm going to protect, knowing most likely he's going to either roar me out or try to break my sub with the Scald. So seeing that he went for the Scald is kind of getting me thinking that he actually does not have the roar. So now he's going to, and I don't think he can break my Scald with one hit, but he does get a crit on my sub. I don't think he can break my sub with one hit of Scald, but he does get a crit there as I go for the other sub, kind of scouting to see whether or not he could. So I'm going to protect, and again, I'm just Gonna keep protecting and stalling out his scalds now, basically, because I don't know how many scalds you get. I thought it was 16, but I think it actually may be 24, as he crits my sub again as I go for the spite, lower his scalds by 4. And now here I'm so confident that he can't do more than 25% to me. He can't do, yeah, 25% or more to me, then I'm just going to stay in and go for the sub again, even though I know I'm getting low on HP. And I'm kind of hoping that I don't get burned here so I can just pain split off all the damage. And it does only 14%, so my suspicions were correct that he can't break my sub with one hit of Scald. But he does burn me, unfortunately, so now I'm going to have to pain split here to get all my health back up, because he did get 2 layers of spikes up, so I can't switch out right now because I'll die when I switch back in, and Dusclops is doing so much work, so I want to preserve it as best I can. So now I'm going to switch out, and here's where I'm going to skip ahead to turn 66. Yeah, so I switched out into, I got to switch into Victini. Don't remember how I did it, but I switched out into my Victini on one of his guys, and on the Shaman, and I go for the Final Gambit. And I really, that Final Gambit was kind of just, just Final Gambit for the fuck of it, and Snorlax is bulky, 524 health ass, still survives the Final Gambit. So I'm just going to finish off his Snorlax with the Zapdos, and now I'm going to Metal Sound his Shaman, because I know it can't do anything really to me. And the Shaman is a big problem, and I just want to get it out of the way because it is his Cleric on his team. So Metal Sound, and I know that I won't be able to KO from here this range, considering it is a bulky Shaman. But look at that, that does a good amount to Shaman with an unstabbed Hidden Power Ice. So and I pretty much made that Shaman useless for the rest of the match because it's damn near dead. So I can finish it off with whatever I choose. So now I'm going to skip ahead. Unfortunately, my team is not offensive enough to finish that Shaman off, and it does survive a little bit longer. But that's fine because we do have the Dusclops. So now I'm going to switch into Dusclops. I went for the Wish the previous turn, and I predicted the double switch into Shaman. And now I'm just going to start doing more shenanigans. I'm going to protect here to see what move he has to hit me with. He goes for Aromatherapy. I guess, I'm not really sure. I guess he kind of predicted my Protect and didn't want a Seed Flare because I think he only had, that was his last one. But he unfortunately misses that. But because it is the bulkier version of Shaman, it still wouldn't have done that much. Now, he could have gotten a special defense drop, which would have helped him to break my subs. But, you never know what can happen. So now he Earth Power. I know Earth Power will definitely not break my sub. And I'm just going to start spiting away his Earth Powers. And I know for a fact you do only have 16 Earth Powers. So it's pretty much over for the Shaman. His Seed Flares are gone. His Earth Power is going to be gone sooner or later, eventually. So now he's going to break my sub with the secondary Earth Powers. I'm going to go for another sub here, and he can't do anything basically because he does have a sub Toxic Gligar, but as long as my Dusclops is behind a sub, his Gligar can't touch my Dusclops because he has to Earthquake me, and I can just spite away his Earthquakes because you only have 16 of those. So right now, he just keeps Earth Powering. He cannot do anything to my Shaman. I mean, my Dusclops. And what do I go? Do I go for a sub here or do I go for Spite? I think I played a safe one for sub. Yeah, I did. And now he's going to go for... Nope, he's going to switch out. So I think I successfully stalled him out of Earth Powers as he switches out because he can't do anything. I Spite, and obviously he doesn't do anything because of the switch in. So now we're going to skip ahead to turn 117. Yeah, this was a long-ass battle. And this Gligar actually gave me a lot of trouble because it was just annoying because it was the sub-toxic set. And my only way to really deal with Gligar is Empoleon. And I obviously have to be wary of Gligar because of its stabbed Earthquakes. So we're going to skip to turn 117. I'm going to show you basically just... this is where he actually... decides to forfeit here, but I'm going to show you that he's resting here because he has no more moves left. My Dusclops is pressure stalled all his moves away, and all he has left is rest on his Shaman, and I'm going to take this opportunity to get behind a sub for free, and now none of his Pokemon can touch me because his Blastoise can't break my sub with one hit, so I can stall him Blastoise out of Scalds, and yep, that's it. So that's basically Dusclops doing work, and as you can see, also Zapdos also doing work as it forces a lot of switches with Metal Sound because people do not want to mess around with Zapdos, especially after they see their special defense dropping. So these are two really good Pokemon that I think you guys should try out, and that's going to do for this video. Rate, comment, subscribe, and deuces.